Okay, give us your name.
Patrick Hill.
Patrick who?
Hill,
Where are you from, Patrick?
Orange Beach.
Orange Beach. And you're a deckhand on what boat?
Hot black and sticky.
Hot, black, and sticky. Show us the baits that you're going to use to try and catch marlin with, and tell us a little bit about them and how you put them out and how they work.
All right, this right here is just a basic islander with a little jet head on it.
Hold it up there so Mike can see what that looks like. That's an islander with a jet head.
Yep.
How do you rig that now?
You rig that with a natural bait of ballyhoo. You got thawed out, and then just thread it through the ballyhoo, and then wire it up on his head.
And why are you using a circle? Why are you using a circle hook?
Because that's the new regulations. You have to.
What's the advantage of a circle hook?
I don't like them, to tell you the truth.
Why not?
They're they're hard. It's harder to hook fish on them.
What makes it harder to hook a fish on them?
Because it's a circle hook. You actually got to you have to pretty much pull it in free spool. You know, when the fish eats it, other than with a J hook, they actually have to swallow the whole bait, and the hook actually has to come back out through their throat and hang them in their mouth. See, I got my hand on it. See how it hooked me right in the corner? That's it.
Show Mike how it hooks it.
When the fish closes on it and it pulls it out, that's the idea of a circle hook. It's supposed to hang them right there in the corner of their lip.
Where Mike can see how
See that?
works.
Whether with a J hook, if you just had a regular J hook on him, I mean, you pretty much, as soon as he bites it, it's supposed to snag him.
All right, now, how are you rigging a ballyhoo on that?
Just basically the same way as I would with a J hook. It's going to be sticking out through his belly like that. You know, just thread it through his gill and sticking out probably midway through his belly, and then use the copper wire and wrap around his gills and through his eyes twice and back up through his nose and cinch it down.
How many like this will you put out? These are called meat baits, right?
2 to 3 at the most. I mean, normally rotate them in and out with the lures.
All right, now let's see what a lure looks like now. How many of these will you put out?
We'll at least keep 4 of these out at all times, 4 or 5 of these at all times. I mean, especially for bigger marlin, you know, on our flat lines and stuff like that. This is actually a Polokai caveman. It's a bigger size. We pull a bunch of smaller one of these. This is one of Jerry's lures.
It's a what now? Spell that for me.
Polokai caveman. Polokai, Polukai, Kai, yeah. Caveman, that's the what they call it.
I see. Now, how much leader you got on that one?
I don't know how much leader he's got on here, to tell you the truth.
And then,
Jerry, how much leader you got on this lure?
how much leader do you have on your lure? 16 feet.
16 foot. We normally put about 20 to 24 foot on ours.
And then how far behind the boat you usually run those?
This one we probably run from the rigger, the long rigger or something. So I mean, it'd probably be on the 5th or 6th wave. Back behind the boat.
So it skips across the top of that wave, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Normally try to put them right at the front of the wave, so they ride right down the front of the wave and work real good.
And that's on an outrigger. How does an outrigger work?
Outrigger is that big long thing you see right there, and you just lay it out on the side of the boat and then string your line up through one of those clips.
And so that's to get the bait further out in the water, right?
Yep, and get a lot more bigger spread. That's basically that's what everything's called, spread.
All right. Now you're the key man when you see the fish. Tell me what you do.
First thing, basically try to identify what kind of fish it is and how he's acting, and you know, try to get him hooked up.
And then what do you do once you got the fish hooked up in the rod in the angler's hand?
Get them situated in the chair and start clearing lines.
So what does clearing lines mean?
Start pulling in all the other lures and get them in as fast as possible, so we can start either backing down on the fish or, you know, just get everything settled down, get the angler settled in, stuff like that.
What pound test line are y'all running?
We run 80.
80?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now as fish gets close to the boat, what's your job? What do you do?
I'm the wire man, 9 times, 10 times, all the time, basically. Basically, what I do is when the fish gets close to the boat, I leader the fish to the boat and have somebody gaff him or get the hook out if it's a billfish, stuff like that.
How do you get the hook out of that billfish's mouth once you got him up? And once you grab the leader, he's considered caught, right?
Yep, he's just caught fish. And normally I'll just get the fish boat side and get him corralled up and grab a hold to him, and then I'll have somebody else coming behind me and get the hook out.
And when you say grab a hold of him, what are you grabbing?
Grab his bill.
Have you ever got hit or beat up or pulled over with that?
I got beat up plenty of times, but I've never gotten hit by one.
How big's the biggest marlin bill you ever grabbed?
I just won a little bit over 500 pounds.
Over 500 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
You got your hands full when you got a fish like that, don't you?
Yep. Every bit of it.
And then y'all tag and release them a lot of times, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
Well, actually, you don't have to tag them anymore. You just have to basically. I mean, once I grab the leader, he's a caught fish. So.
And then how do you report your catch?
Well, every tournament's different. Most of the time, you got a committee boat. So you got to call it in on the radio, and they give you a confirmation number, basically, and that's pretty much all it is to it.
How long have you been being first mate on a boat and marlin fishing?
Since I was a kid. I've been working with Jeff on hot black and sticky for 2 years now.
All right, give us a name, your name, and where you're out of, and the name of your boat.
Patrick Hill. I'm out of Orange Beach, Alabama. I work on the hot black and sticky.